What's up, YouTube? Right now, we're at DPW Forever, and I'm here with the Oney man that jumped into the ring of Bojack and decided to take on that very large man, and you came out in a great match. Biff Busick, how are you?
I'm good, man, but I'm feeling it. That Bojack is a big boy, and I'll tell you, I'm definitely feeling every shot that he gave me. But he's great. The crowd here was great. The show was awesome, and I had a really good time.
Dude, I want to talk about your wrestling style, because you come out like a drill sergeant and you fight like a Street Fighter character. How would you describe your in-ring wrestling ability?
That's a great question. It's funny, when I first started wrestling, one of my favorite wrestlers growing up was Ravishing Rick Rude.
Okay.
And I always wanted to kind of be the guy that flexed and swiveled his hips, and it was me trying to be something. But I also really appreciated the technical wrestlers, the serious wrestlers, the hard-hitting wrestlers, and when I tried that, it came so much more natural to me, and people seemed to... I got booked a lot more shows doing that style, so the more I did it, the more comfortable I felt, the more natural I felt. I feel like sometimes in wrestling, guys are playing a part.
Yeah.
When you can find something that feels real to you and natural, the fans can really feel it. So to me, the hard-hitting, serious style, it's not for everybody, but it's for me, and if you're into it, there is a group of people that enjoy it, and I hope that I entertain them with it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, I can't flex and swivel my hips for you anymore, so maybe just press fast forward my matches, don't watch them.
Dude, when you come out to the ring and your intensity is almost terrifying. What do you channel to get that freaking angry?
Well, it's funny, my entrance song, it's Bro Hymn by Pennywise, and that's a song that when I was a young kid, me and my friends used to listen to it in the basement of my house and just go crazy and get super into it. And I think music is so powerful. I mean, you can feel music, and when you're, no matter what genre you listen to, I feel like it, you can kind of transcend some things with it. So when I hear that music and I hear the crowd getting into it, I just kind of get into the zone and become another person.
Yeah, I can tell, because you're smiling right now. You seem like a great guy, but in the ring, I'm like, man, that dude is terrifying. So you were in the ring with Bojack. You had a world title match. It went well. So when you're laying down, you see Bojack about to take a senton on you. You see this giant frame of a human about to fall on you. What goes through your head?
Sometimes I think, why did I choose to do this with my life? But, honestly, I love it, man. I like to get hit. I like to hit people. I like to get tossed around. I like to toss people around. It's fun to me. It's, I don't know, man. It's, for me, some people, like to read books or like to go to theme parks. I like to wrestle. That's what makes me feel alive. So I love it. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes you get some bumps and bruises. But at the end of the day, that's what keeps me going.
Dude, you've been a world champion before, a CZW Heavyweight Champion. I'm actually commentating for CZW right now.
Oh, awesome.
So, what was it being a heavyweight champion for that, and then coming here and challenging for another world title?
It's funny, when I remember first seeing CZW, it was kind of, the ring was black, the ropes were black and yellow. It had this really cool vibe to it, and one of the first matches I saw was Drew Gulak. I believe he was wrestling Danny Havoc in a no-rope barbed wire match, and I don't know, something just called to me to want to work there. And then I had a lot of respect for a lot of the guys that held the world championship. Super Dragon, Drew Gulak, Chris Hero, a lot of greats held that championship. So to be able to win that and to represent that company was an honor for me.
For sure. And everyone knows you obviously from being Oney Lorcan in WWE. What was your time being in WWE? You were an NXT Tag Team Champion. What was your overall summary of your time with the WWE?
And I loved it. I've watched wrestling since I was 3 years old. One of my first memories ever was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, and I always wanted to wrestle for the WWE. And it's funny, when I first wanted to train to be a wrestler, I didn't even know that independent wrestling even existed. I just thought it was WWF and WCW. And then when I discovered independent wrestling, it was cool, but still the goal was always to get to the WWE. And when I got there, man, it was, I don't want to sound corny, but it's my dream come true. It was just my dream I wanted to do my entire life, and then I achieved it, and to be there, it was awesome. To train at the Performance Center with guys like Norman Smiley, Matt Bloom, Prince Albert, so many, Terry Taylor. There were just so many great minds to learn from. It's a time in my life that I'll always hold very dear to my heart. I learned so much stuff, and I got to wrestle around the world. I got to wrestle in Japan, Australia, all over Europe. It was amazing, and it's a time like I said before, I'll always cherish my time in WWE.
Of course, and like one of the big pinnacle moments of you being in WWE was winning the NXT Tag Team Championship with Danny Burch, and obviously that reign ended because of injury. How did you want that tag team reign to like continue to keep going, and how did you like see the entire reign going if there wasn't that injury?
Yeah, that was a time where me and Danny, they put us together as a team, and I thought we made it work. And it was, me and Danny didn't really know each other beforehand. We weren't really best friends or anything. We were kind of just two bald guys that they threw together. And it's funny, we had one match in Chicago at NXT TakeOver, and we weren't really being used on TV a lot. So when we came out, the fans kind of didn't react to us. I didn't blame them at all. We were just two kind of bald guys coming out with, mean, ugly faces.
I thought y'all were cool.
But at the end of the match, I thought that the crowd gave us a standing ovation. We kind of earned their respect. So that's another moment in time that I'll always remember very fondly. And unfortunately, Danny had the injury with the shoulder, and we got stripped of the titles. And I think now we're kind of going our separate ways as single competitors. Danny's still kind of healing from his shoulder injury, and I think for now we're gonna stick to doing singles. But you can never say never. We could reunite one day and bring the team back together. But I wish Danny nothing but success in his singles run, and I don't know. Hopefully we can bump into each other again one of these days.
And one of those places that could be will be like Bloodsport GCW, because like you had an incredible match there with Jon Moxley. I was at WrestleMania weekend, and apparently that was one of the biggest matches. I didn't get to make it, but I really wanted to see that match. But it was one of the best matches of the weekend. What was like that atmosphere being in GCW compared to like your times in CZW or even here at DPW? Like, what was it like being in that atmosphere of GCW?
Man, it was crazy. I had heard a lot of talk about GCW.
Oh, yeah.
And being in WWE, sometimes you're in a bubble. You don't really know what's going on. But still, even being in WWE, I heard rumblings about GCW. And then when I finally got the opportunity to work there, especially at Bloodsport, which is, I started as it's challenging because there's no ropes.
Nope.
It's not a traditional pro wrestling match, but I like challenges. And Jon Moxley's an amazing pro wrestler. He was a joy to work with. I think he's a lot like me. He likes to be rugged and brawl, hit hard and get hit. And I didn't know I didn't know how it was going to go. And it ended up, the crowd really enjoyed it. After, I had a feeling of euphoria because wrestling is so amazing because the crowd, the fans are the most amazing part of it. And when they can give you their energy and they're going crazy for stuff, there's no feeling like it in the world. That's why I think wrestling fans are the greatest fans of anything in the world because they're just so loyal. And when they get excited about stuff, it's you feel like Superman. You feel like you can take over the world. So after that match, I felt great. Being in WWE during the pandemic, we didn't have fans, and it was very difficult for me. I need the energy of the fans, and for a couple of years not having them there, I kind of felt my passion had dwindled a little bit for this. So coming back to GCW and feeling that energy, man, it definitely reignited my passion for wrestling. And even tonight at DPW, it's I get emotional thinking about it because it just gets you so fired up. And this is what we've worked our whole lives for, to have crowds this excited. So I'm just so happy to be back, and I'm so happy that places like this exist when crowds are just passionate about wrestling. And I love it. It's awesome.
Dude, what are your goals right now on the independent scene? Do you have a goal of wanting to go to one of the bigger companies, or is it continue on this path, coming to the biggest independents and making a big splash?
It's a good question. I'll be honest with you. For now, I would just like to return to the independent scene. I'm really having a good time doing the independents. I really like, today I did a seminar, and I got to kind of share some of the stuff that I learned from the awesome vets that taught me stuff. I got to pass it on to these people. And sometimes I feel like on the indies, there's not a lot of veterans that are teaching the younger guys. So, I don't know. I feel like, the circle of life type of thing we all have to receive and give. And I really want to make a difference. When my time is done here, I want people to say, hey, that guy was a nice guy and he kind of helped me out a little bit. So hopefully when it's all said and done, there'll be some wrestlers here that I could help out and they can be successful and go to WrestleMania or AEW or anywhere they want to go and be successful. And hopefully I had a little bit to do with that.
I'm sure it would be a lot. I came in early today and I saw you during the seminar and you're coaching all the guys, and it was amazing to see. So what's one big piece of advice you learned maybe in the performance center or anywhere in your wrestling career that you try to teach these guys as well?
Oh wow, man, that's another great question.
I'm out here, yeah.
I would say you know, everybody, a lot of people that do this, it's their dream to do this.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not easy. People will give you critiques and it's not always positive. And sometimes you got to kind of sift through the negativity and just keep your nose to the grindstone and keep on keeping on. And I truly believe that if this is your dream and you really want this, if you just work hard and you're polite to people and you are open-minded to learn, the sky is the limit. I told these guys, I'm 5'11", 180 pounds. I'm not the most handsome model in the world or anything like that. And you know, I made it to the WWE, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to be willing to work hard, and you just have to do what it takes, and that's, you know, training with as many people as possible. That's, you know, asking questions. It's being humble. It's being polite to people. You're just trying to be as professional as possible. And I don't know. It's tough to put into words a lot of the stuff that WWE taught me to tell these people, but I don't know. I think you got to pick up like little things from as many people as possible and then make it your own, and then hopefully over time you kind of develop your own act and then take it from there.
That's amazing. And Oney, or Biff, sorry,
okay,
I messed up. That's on me. I have one last question for you. Can you tell the audience, DPW, my channel, Muscleman Malcolm, the greatest wrestling YouTuber of all time, can you tell them who the new Biff Busick is holding this very, it's a fake mic, it doesn't work.
All right. The new Biff Busick, you know, I don't feel new. I'm 36 years old. I've been wrestling for 14 years. And I said it earlier tonight in my seminar, but, you know, I might not be a spring chicken anymore, but experience is the greatest teacher of them all. And I have a lot of experience now, and I'm going to teach them lessons.
Biff, where can I find you on social media?
You can find me at WWE Star Destroyer on Instagram, because I don't know how to change my name without losing my blue tick mark, so I'm gonna have to change that at some point. Twitter, I'm at _Star Destroyer, and what's another social media? Facebook, Biff Busick, just search it and you'll find me on there.
No TikTok?
No, no TikTok.
All right.
I do have a YouTube channel though, and it's a little bit of wrestling, but not to go off on this, but I'm a very avid poker player, and I record some of my poker sessions on YouTube, and it's YouTube /Biff Busick vlog. If you're into poker and a little bit of wrestling highlights, check it out.
Guys, there you go. Biff Busick, the greatest wrestler alive right now. Guys, check him out on all social media. If you like poker, go ahead and subscribe. And subscribe to this channel. I'll say subscribe, says subscribe. It's a little bit different. But guys, make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe. And we're out.
Hey, do me a favor real quick.
Yeah.
Throw them up.
Yes, sir.
Biff rules.
We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.